people come to me, want to know if we could put in a crosswalk where the doctor's office, between the doctor's office and Graves Jewelers. I was told that the people do not want to cross there, and they're parking all their cars on the other side of the street, and it's beginning to become a habit that they're complaining about. And I rode around a little bit, and I see that the one up at Pine Street is where this road is fading out. I'd like to have both of those done.
Yeah, we are doing our portion. We started today. We just got our stencils and stuff in. So we, the city, are painting arrows and crosswalks throughout town. Okay. So the one up at the doctor's office, the Bath County office, and Grace Jeweler, is that, are we talking about coming across Monroe, or is it Chestnut?
Monroe.
Monroe. Okay.
Probably good to do both.
Okay.
The second thing is the alley behind Pine Street, between Pine and Oak, and down the alley towards Monroe. It's full of holes. I'd like to have somebody scrape those if they can. Now, I don't know who did it. Somebody went up and cut all the tree limbs off that I asked about.
We did that. Better been done the next day.
It was.
Okay. I won't promise this whole patching because we've got school tomorrow. Yeah, so. But we've been known to get on things quick.
And the other thing is, Mr. Rice sent me some pictures of
Raccoons?
yeah, across the street from my house and his house.
Chief, would you kindly speak to that?
The old funeral home?
Yeah.
So one of the biggest issues that we deal with is where we can effectively handle any wild animals. We don't have a license to trap wild animals. The ACO is only trained to deal with domesticated animals. There's some information that I passed off to the city manager. We do have local trappers in the area that you can reach out to and try to get them to come and trap the animals. Essentially, in the city of, it's actually illegal for anybody to trap an animal, or like a raccoon or anything like that, and then transport them somewhere else without that specific license. So there's I don't know what the website is off the top of my head. But there's a site where you can identify individuals that are licensed to do this type of work, contract them out and have them come into. That's one of the things that the city manager and I have discussed. That might be something we're going to have to do. The other option, obviously, would be to invest in getting the ACO licensed. So those are the two different options. Now, we can handle, if the scenario calls for it, the animal poses a threat, like, such as rabies or something like that, we can come and address it then. But until that particular situation comes in, we have to reach out to these individuals to handle those types of scenarios.
Chief has been advised. I go back to Mr. Rice's concern with the raccoons up there. When he and I discussed this over the last few weeks, he's been advised that if we're getting concerns from our residents, that we may initially have to pick up that cost with a professional service to come in and trap and dispose of per rule again. So tell Mr. Rice that, just touch base, or anybody, citizen in the city limits, and we'll work towards getting professional trappers to come in and help and pay for that out of our animal control budget till we don't have any more to trap.
Now, I know this won't help throughout the city, but in that situation, that old funeral home is pretty much a breeding ground for them. So if that was cleaned up, it would move somewhere else, I understand, but that's two problems right there in that one property.
And that might be something that we'll be able to reach out to one of the contractors, come in, they don't know how to address these, a situation like that. Again, like I said, they're specific, and I wish I had the information in front of me so I could at least get you guys to, I'll reach out to you after and at least show you the website where it does identify. There is one local here that I saw But there's other ones, I believe, in Bottom and Arlington as well. So they actually, literally, when you go on the site, there's a little dot, you push on the dot, gives the guy's name and a phone number, you can reach out to him.
Can I say something? Would it seem like that if the city, the house is blighted, and they're having that problem, and the city had to pay somebody to get rid of it, that you would bill the landowner, the owner of the property, they're still living?
Well, yeah, and of course, we work with the Development Services Department. It'd be like, you know, the tall grass and weeds, if
Yeah.
they don't get cut, we're
Right.
responsible to see it, then we pass that bill on to them. If these folks have those types of problems with animals, certainly we would look into working with Mark and sending them a bill for having to track these kinds of things. Yes, ma'am. Good point. Thank you.
Any more seconds?
Yeah. Over there where Nicely's Hands at and Angie's Dog Grooming, that turn right there, coming from the old Hercules, coming around going up Jackson Street, the school bus stops right there at the Nicely's Hand. And there's idiots that come around that turn full speed. One of the kids gonna get killed. And a mirror right there on that turn.
We have discussed that with our public works and our traffic engineer. I don't know if they got bond rolled in with that or not.
Yeah, I know we.
But that has been looked at once it came. As a matter of fact, Ms. Crowder, you brought that up and that was looked at right after the fact. I do not know where they're at with it.
I mean, what about the school bus right there? Do y'all have to have a stop right there?
We can certainly ask transportation. I mean, I don't know the answer right away, but I'm gonna try to take down the details on that intersection.
Yeah, 'cause it's bad.
Thank you.
We had one more. I was told that, cats on Cherry Street.
Cats on Cherry Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can handle that. Cats on Cherry.
They feed them in two different places. One is the Spurlock's home place. And the other one is right down below, right there on the parking lot where, the Jeep, Magic City Jeep dog, they feed them there.